It's been fairly quiet here at Norwich and things are trucking along very nicely. But I am wondering, is this a calm before the storm? With the two busiest months of the season coming up on the horizon, I've got a strange feeling that things are about to go wrong. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Norwich, part 42, season 6, in the Ferguson save, set in the future. And in terms of the save and how it's going, there are two targets this season. And the first one of those is to retain the Premier League. And if we can do that, that is worth 150 points. And that would mean that the save is almost complete then. And we would only have to win the treble in the next 6 years to complete the save successfully. The second thing that we could achieve this season is to win the Champions League, and that would put us very much on course to complete the save. But how likely those two things are, I'm not so sure, because once again, as you can see from the table, we are top of the league, but it is very, very close among the top 7 teams, and I've no doubt that just like every season before, that this season is going to go right down to the last game. And so whether we can retain the league, I don't know. It's difficult to say at this stage. And also the Champions League, I still think that is too far outside of our reach. And today we will be playing 2 games. We will be away at Middlesbrough in the Premier League, and then we will be at home to Molde in the Champions League. And these are both games that we should win, although given our recent experience against teams who are lower in the league than us, then both may well be a struggle. And if we take a look at where Middlesbrough are, they are in 14th position in the league. Their form is extremely poor, and that is a big red flag for me, because most teams recover their form against us. And so today is going to be a fairly interesting day in both games. But before we go into what's been happening on and off the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, well, I can tell you, you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the British Heart Foundation. We also are going to go into December and January very, very shortly, and these are extremely busy months of the year. And whilst we have a clean bill of health at the moment, I am a bit concerned that FM is about to change all that, and injuries are about to come as we get nearer to Christmas. And so we have been working on a brand new tactic, and it is in a 4-3-3 shape, but I call it the shapeshifter, and it does change its shape from defense to attack. And if you want to know more about how we've been developing that, then we are developing it at the moment in the live stream, which I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 o'clock in the evening. And if you want to come along and see how that is going, and results in testing are looking extremely good at the moment, so why not pop along to the live stream and see what we're doing with this. But whether or not it is the right time to use this tactic at the moment, I don't know. Although against teams like Middlesbrough we do traditionally struggle, and it might be that it's worth testing it out here to see if we can get results against teams who traditionally do very well against us. So if we just change things up a little bit today, maybe we'll get the results that we're looking for. But as yet, I am not sure whether it's the right time to be changing a tactic, or whether I should wait a little bit until they are a little bit perhaps more familiar with it. But let's have a quick look at what has been happening on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us have that 2-0 away victory at Celtic, which was a really good result in the Champions League. It meant that we were in second, we had maximum points, and at that stage of the season, everything was looking really good. We followed that up with a 3-1 home win against Brighton in the Premier League, and then we thrashed West Brom by 5-1 in the Carabao Cup 4th round. We had to come from a goal behind, but once we got the equaliser, it was game over. And then a 2-2 draw against fierce rivals Chelsea at the top of the league away at Stamford Bridge, and I thought that was an extremely good result. but it kind of went wrong and we came unstuck. We shouldn't be really attacking against Barcelona. Barcelona found us out and they beat us by 3-0 at home. But again, we bounced back in the Premier League against Newcastle, and we had a very good 2-0 home victory in that game. And that means in the Premier League, we are top of the league. We have 28 points from our 12 games, but we're only a point clear of Chelsea. And in the Champions League, we are now in 7th, and we have 9 points from our 12 games, and 3 points today would make the world of difference. And so these are quite big games, and I'm not quite sure how to approach them at the moment, but as we go to kick-off, we shall let you know. And so everything at the moment is looking good. No injuries, top of the league, doing well in the Champions League. But it's all coming down to the wire at the end of the season, so it's very early days yet. I need to go and get the team ready now for the game at the weekend against Middlesbrough, and I'm still not sure which way we are going to play. I'll figure that out, we'll get the team ready, and we'll see you just before kick-off. Let's go and kick some balls. And so we have decided that we are going to try the shapeshifter tactic, and we'll see how this gets on today. Chelsea have gone top of the league. They have beaten Manchester United at home by 2-1, and so they are now 2 points ahead of us. It's really important that we win this game. And so at the back we have Götze in goal with Muntian, Bonilla, Reguan and Plantier. We have Pasquale, Ibaran and Kitambala in midfield, with Aranda, Thomas and Wilden up front. I have decided to rest a couple of players, including Clark Pook, because we have the Champions League game coming up very shortly. But this is a game we should be winning. Middlesbrough are in very poor form, and it's a game that I'd like to think, for once, we can beat opposition who are lower down in the league than us and beat them quite comfortably. This tactic, the shapeshifter, is an interesting experiment. It does seem to work quite well, and it produces some very, very good counter-attacking goals. And so it's really important that we use this to our advantage and that we make good inroads into this weaker Middlesbrough team, and that we come away with the 3 points today. But at the moment it's just a dire game. Nothing is happening at the moment, but Götze is looking for Muntian, he looks outside for Thomas with Kitambala, ball over the top, but it's headed away, comes out to Plantier finds Aranda going down the left wing. Can we get the ball across? Looking for a cross, can't cross it. He finds Plantier with the ball into the box, and a volley from Kitambala, and Kitambala has made it 1-0 to Norwich. This is what we were looking for, and it's just working. It works, I think, and we're very optimistic here at Norwich that this shapeshifter will actually confuse teams, because they are used to us playing now in a certain way, and hopefully they will now have to put up with a new style of playing from us, and we will win games. And at the moment we are pretty much dominating this game. We've had 69% of the possession, most of the chances, and we've headed it over the crossbar again. Middlesbrough have created a few chances, and it's important that we don't allow those things to happen. At the moment I'm unclear as to where the danger is. It seems to be coming down the right hand side, but there's no need to panic at the moment. I'm going to say I think we're doing well. Your defensive performance has been good. I'm not quite sure why Pasquale is getting aggressive. You weren't that bad. You can still improve. And let's have Wilden get on the score sheet again today. I need to take him off, I think, in view of the fact that we do have Champions League football coming up on Tuesday, I believe, and we do need to rest some players. So after this highlight will be a good time to go and make those changes. But it is Middlesbrough looking to come forward, and is it going to be one of those days where a team lower in the league get the better of us? Let's hope not, as Middlesbrough are playing it around at the back. This tactic does allow them to do that. And we will sit back and wait, and when we win possession, counter-attacks are launched at great speed, and that's what catches teams out. And here is Thomas. Thomas looks back for Muntin. Muntin into Bonilla. Bonilla, who is a great player, always wanted by other teams, though it's difficult to keep hold of him, as well as Reguan. Two excellent centre-backs we've got there. And that is the foundation of why we are so good at the back. And here is Wilden. Is it Wilden? And no, it's Ibran bursting through from centre mid. And he's put it wide of the post. I think now it's time to go and make some changes. And so we have made our changes, and hopefully it is enough to hold on to this. It will be a good result. It will take us back to the top of the league if we can hold on to this. And it is Middlesbrough, though, with the next highlight. And again, once again, we're allowing them to play the ball around at the back. It's not a big deal. We need now to win the ball, which we do. And can Kitambala get hold of it? No, he can't. That's the key to it. We need to win that second ball. We didn't do it. Middlesbrough going to score. It is now 1-1. It is another game where we just cannot beat teams who are lower than us in the league. And I find this really difficult to believe. I'm really stunned. We've dominated the game. Middlesbrough have hardly been in it. And it's just one chance and they've scored. And I really am struggling to work out why we cannot do well against teams who are lower than us in the league. And that's it. It's going to be a draw. It's going to mean that we finish the day in second place. I'm not too happy with this, and I really feel cheated. And we have won the ball, though. Here's Jay Neal, who's come on for Wilden. Wilden, who was having a poor game. Ibaran finds Fanadi. Fanadi bringing it forward. Can he get the ball into the box? He's looking for Jay Neal, and Jay Neal has scored. And we have gone 2-1 up. FM is forgiven. I'm going to go back to a positive style now. Try and hold on to this. It's very, very important we try and hold on to this. But well done, Norwich. And it's a good change. Fanadi, who had come on for Arunda, found Neil. He didn't quite get there, but a mistake at the back. I would have been furious with my central defender. But Jay Neal has popped it in. We've gone back to the top now. There's just a few minutes left. It's Middlesbrough 1, Norwich 2. It's been a good result. Can we get another one? Who knows? We've got the final highlight. Just don't give it away now. And that's a pass inside to Lee. Lee, who came on for Bonilla. Bonilla, who will need to play on Tuesday, and he's being rested. And that's a lovely pass out to Plantier. Plantier, can you get it inside? And that's unfortunate. It bounces off the defender. Middlesbrough are looking to counter-attack, but Reguan picks it up. Reguan looking deep, and here is Ibran bursting through from centre mid. He's tackled, and the move comes to nothing. But Ibran has won it back. He finds Fanadi. Fanadi into Kitambala. Kitambala's volley makes it 3-1. What a result in the end. We finished the stronger of the two teams. And boy, oh boy, was that a nerve-wracking game. I really thought that Middlesbrough were going to get the better of us again. Ibaran did very, very well. Found Fanadi again. And Kitambala just blasted it in from close range. It's now Middlesbrough 1, Norwich 3. We'll take that. It's a good result, but there's still one more highlight left. Middlesbrough going to get a goal. It's headed clear. It comes out. Middlesbrough are looking to get it forward, but Thomas with the ball forward, looking for Jay Neal. Jay Neal cannot get that under control, but it's won back by Reguan. Middlesbrough are bursting forward over the top. Middlesbrough going to score. They've made it 3-2, and now it must be game over, surely. We must be having the 3 points here. Defensively, that was poor. And again, it's not picking up that ball in centre mid, and we just let them score. And that was poor. Absolutely poor. But we're still winning this game, and we have beaten Middlesbrough by 3-2. I'm going to say nice work. That was good. It was a new tactic. We were playing away, and I think they've done really well. to get the 3 points there. Kitambala, brilliant game. Finardi played well when he came on, so did Jay Neal. That gives me selection headaches for the game against Moulder. And it's going to be a tough game, I think. We're going to continue with this way of playing. I like the way it looks. And I think that it's going to do well with us. Teams will get confused. We do need to make sure, though, that we are picking up the second balls in midfield. That is absolutely crucial. But so far, so good. And we have gone top of the league again, although it's very, very close at the top. I've got to go and get the team ready now for the game against Moulder. We'll be right back just before the kickoff. And so the team against Moulder in the Champions League is Gotts in goal with Kamara, Lee, Rahim and McSweeney at the back. Flores, Puk, Kitambala in midfield with Aranda, Zaprapoulis and Wilden up front. It is a rotated team. I am expecting a better performance from Wilden today. He was poor in his last game and I'm expecting him to do a lot better. And I'm hoping this is going to be a very comfortable victory. This is a game we should be winning, but I'm going to tell them we're on a good run. Let's keep it going. And I've got all the faith in the world in you. Let's go out there and let's kick some balls and let's beat Moulder. Let's comfortably beat them. I'm not quite sure why that has happened, but we'll put that back now to TV viewing so that we can actually view the game. I think possibly because I was reviewing how the tactic had gone in the last game. And here is McSweeney bursting up the field. He looks for Aranda. Need a big game from Aranda, a big game player. And he looks for Kitambala. Kitambala to Wilden. Wilden's looking for Zaprapoulis. We can't get on the end of it. And Moulder bring the ball forward. But well done, Kitambala. Chasing back, winning the ball. Here's Rahim. He finds Flores. Flores, Kitambala. Kitambala through to Wilden. Wilden's in space. We need a big game from Wilden and he's gone and missed it. It's hit the crossbar. Is that a penalty though? The referee refused to give that. It looked like a penalty to me. And Kitambala has won the ball back again. And he's having a good game, Kitambala. And here is Kamara. Kamara finds Zaprapoulis. We are all over them. And Puk is through this time. And Puk's put it past the post. And it's still 0-0 with only a couple of minutes gone. We are absolutely hammering them. And hopefully now it is going to be a fairly easy victory from what's going on, but we've hit the crossbar again. And as you can see, this is important. We've had no shots on target. We've had all the game and no shots on target. And that's really the only stat you need to look at, because if that's not working, then something's wrong and you need to change it. But we do have a corner again. And Zaprapoulis fires it into the near post, and this time Rahim has buried it at the near post. It's Norwich 1, Moulder 0. We should be beating this Moulder team quite comfortably. We've made a very good start. There have been a lot of highlights in the opening 10 minutes. Into the near post, goalkeeper no chance, and Rahim is on the score sheet. He's made it 1-0, pushes us up to 5th in the table. This is where we need to stay. We have another fairly easy game in the Champions League next. We should win that, but then we have 2 very tough games. I think Leipzig and Juventus. So we need to win our next game as well. But so far we're sitting quite comfortably. Ball into the box. There's the header. It goes past the post again. And we should be 4-0 up by now. We've missed some glorious opportunities. But we've got the 1 goal. I'm going to actually demand more of them. They need to be doing a little bit better than this, because remember, teams seem to equalise against us at a regular rate of knots. And we need to defend very well. I'm very nervous here up in the gantry watching this game. But it's come to McSweeney. McSweeney, who hasn't played for a while, so he's doing quite well as a left back at the moment. And he fires a long ball forward. And here comes Aranda. Aranda inside. Flores looks to get it forward. He can't chip it forward. It's a poor pass in the end. But defensively, we look solid. And here's Kamara on the right-hand side. There are an awful lot of highlights in this first half. Here's Kitambala. Kitambala looking for Wilden. Wilden can't pick it up. Is Wilden going to get himself out of form, going into a bad phase? Looking again for Aranda here. We're just relentless at the moment. Mould don't quite know what to do. Wilden's missed another opportunity. And I wonder, is he going into a period of bad form? I need to tell him to focus, I think. And he needs to be doing a lot better. And I'm going to tell him to focus. It's worked before that. And maybe it'll work again. Here is Wilden outside on the left. He looks for Kitambala. Kitambala drives a shot, and it's another good save. We are absolutely taking them apart in this first half, and we still can't get shots on target, though. That's the key to everything in FM23. I've worked that out at least this year. If shots are not on target, you probably need to change something, as the other team are going to equalise, as Mulder very nearly did there. And Kitambala just blasts it clear. We've done very well. Defensively, we've been very solid, but up front, we've been very poor. Wilden is not having a great game. And there is a ball over the top again. It comes to Aranda. Aranda, can he get it into the space here? Aranda takes a shot on, but unfortunately it's blocked. Here's Aranda again. Over to Kitambala. Kitambala grazes the top of the crossbar. We still can't get shots on target. And it remains Norwich 1, Mulder 0. We've just about seen every highlight. And our XG is 1.3. It's showing that the chances perhaps are not high-quality chances that we've had. But we've certainly created chances. We should be 3 or 4 up at this point. And here's Aranda in space. Aranda's hit the post. And we still can't make it 2-0. Oh boy, this is just painful to watch sometimes. We should be absolutely streets ahead. I'm going to say I don't like what I just saw. And a couple of players are going to get bollockings. Lewis Wilden, for one. He's going to get a bollocking. And then McSweeney, he's also not having a great game. Lay's not having a great game. And I'm going to tell them I'm not happy. Let's get out there, boys. Let's win this game. Mulder have not been in it. But they could always equalise. If we don't get this second goal, Mulder could find themselves back in the game. It just takes one chance. And FM is telling me this isn't right. And I'm, at the moment, not going to change anything because we're creating so many chances. One of them has got to go in. We've absolutely annihilated them. And the ball over the top, nicely done by Raheem. He finds Lee. Lee to Flores. Flores to Kamara. That's nice football. Let's bring it forward. Here's Zaprapoulos. Zaprapoulos looking inside. Here's Pook. Pook looking for Wilden. Wilden in space. Aranda. Aranda looks for Wilden. Now he must get this one. He's chipped it over the goalkeeper. And finally, Wilden has got his 14th goal of the season and second goal of today for Norwich. It's now Norwich 2, Mulder 0. That has taken its time coming. I don't know why we've been missing chance after chance, but this time Wilden focused and composed. We told him to focus earlier, and it's paid off. Once again, Wilden, he does listen to the instructions that you give him, and he's done well there. We've gone into 4th now. We do have another free kick here, and Zaprapoulos into the box, and Lee heads it over the crossbar. Can we open the floodgates here? I think it's time probably to make some changes. We'll do it after this highlight as the ball comes into the box from the corner and it's headed past the post, and we are still not getting shots on target, but we are 2-0 up. And so I think it's time to go and make some changes. No, we'll wait for this corner. Another opportunity to the far post. And it is now 3-0. Raheem has scored from a set piece. Our second goal from the set piece. It is now Norwich 3. Mould 0. And 2 goals for Raheem from headers at the far post. One was at the near post. But that's a good result. But Mulder have a free kick. I need to go and make some changes. Can we stop all these highlights as Mulder head the ball over the crossbar? Let's go and make some changes. And so we have made our changes, and it is now just a case of see this game out, boys. It's a game we should have won. We're quite comfortable now. It's Norwich 3, Mulder 0. It is Mulder with the ball, though, forced to kick it long. And they are mounting a counter-attack, looking for a man in space. But we've got that space closed down. Here is Raheem. Can we get the ball forward? Finds Wilden. Wilden taken out there. But we're still carrying on. Here's Ibaran from midfield in space. And he's hit the crossbar as well. We've now had 24 shots. Only 5 on target. But we are winning by 3-0. And we are sitting in 3rd place in the Champions League. We've 12 points from our 5 games. That's a pretty good return from the Champions League fixtures. This is terrible, though. 29 shots, only 5 on target. We've definitely got to work on how we're looking up top. I think that although the tactic has proved to be very, very good, a very good tactic, there's still a lot of work to do on it. Some tweaks need to be made, I think. And that's it. We have won both games today, and our good form continues. We've beaten Middlesbrough by 3-2, and we've beaten Mulder in the Champions League, a game we should have won comfortably, which we did by 3-0. We'll come back probably towards the end of December now, and we'll play Manchester United and Leicester before the transfer window opens, and we'll hopefully have some news of how things are looking ahead of the January transfer window. But that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you're in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support the British Heart Foundation. I am a very happy manager at the moment. Our run of form is very, very good, and there's only that blip against Barcelona going way, way back to the beginning of the season. In fact, we are unbeaten in the Premier League this season, and that long may that last. All that remains to be said now from a very happy manager of Norwich is stay safe, and we'll see you in the next episode.